Breaking news. A lone protester crusades for voting rights. For cats! Field reporter D. Scott is on the scene. D?
Today in Washington, a woman is outside picketing for an amendment to the Constitution that will grant household cats the right to vote. Let's get an interview. Ma'am, what made you feel all this was necessary? All this picketing?
Because there's no other way to change the Constitution. The government just has to decide that cats need to vote as much as humans do, and I'm here to make them listen.
Well, that's quite noble of you, but don't you think that maybe you
It's
should...
just that it's
That's not how you change the Constitution. Let me show you. If you want to change the Constitution, there's one main way, the amendment process. Amendments add provisions to the Constitution, allowing the Constitution to adapt over time.
Yes, amendments have given us things like voting rights for women and people of color.
That's right, and something so important is carefully prescribed. The first step to changing the Constitution is proposing an amendment.
There are two ways to do this. The first is a 2/3 majority vote by Congress to propose the amendment.
The second way is for Congress to call a convention by the request of the states in order to vote on the proposal. If a 2/3 majority vote is achieved by either method, the amendment can move on to the ratification process.
Next, state legislators vote to ratify the amendment. If a 3/4 majority vote in favor of ratification, the amendment becomes law.
But there's another way to ratify it also. States can hold conventions in order to vote on the proposed amendment.
Yes, but it still takes a 3/4 majority vote in favor of ratification in order for it to pass.
Now that we've explained how it works, let's give the camera back to our reporter.
So that's how it works. Well, I guess you were way off with that picketing sign then, ma'am.
Cats are people too, man. Nobody ever told me about the Constitution.
Back to you, Dixie Danes.
Hello. Well, our correspondent in the field has reached some surprising conclusions. Apparently, changing the Constitution is quite a long process and much less fun than protesting. The lone man who just this morning protested defiantly has gone home to his cats, pledging to become a member of Congress and to introduce the bill to give cats the right to vote. Our political sources do not expect much support. More news at 11.